Welcome everyone to our next semifinal. This is the women's singles, Gabriela Martinez and Ronda Racich.
Hey, you have microphone.
And we start with an appeal lost by Gabby Martinez from Guatemala in the back.
Skip, so there's a side out for Martinez, puts her back in the service box.
Terrific serve from Martinez. Look at that little fist pump. Slid the ball to the right. I'm not sure. Okay, I see what Ronda Racich is talking about. So you can see at this point finish. What Racich is asking the official is to watch Martinez racket over on the right side. It's not allowed to cross those two rectangles. And a huge skip, so you won't see an appeal from Martinez.
Because she won that rally.
Correct. The official did allow that to continue. 4 serving 0, just what the Guatemalan wanted. Skip that time, but terrific serving from the Guatemalan. Racich, she's been here before. She's the defending champion. This is nothing new. She's appealing a short serve. Her coach encouraged her to appeal for that. But the appeal is not in her favor, so she's already used 2 appeals. She's allowed 3 per game. So if I'm coaching Martinez, I'm encouraging her to keep that last appeal for later when it might be very important. Beautiful forehand by Racich.
Gives Racich her first point, 1 serving 4.
Played very well yesterday, Racich, to defeat Vargas from Argentina in 2 straight.
Wow.
Clean hitting.
Yeah, just past Martinez's racket.
Racich is very experienced, yet screen serve. When we look at Martinez, she's the silver medalist from the 2016 World Championships and still playing in the juniors. It's incredible.
I think that's one of the remarkable things about Gabriela Martinez. She's so young. She's only, what, 18 or 19 years old. She's been playing, though, at this adult level since she was 16.
12, Laura.
12. Even more incredible. So she has a lot of experience for being such a young player, you know, at handling this type of pressure and maybe not even having that pressure affect her.
Very true, and you can see there, that's a confident shot and a little fist pump. She is really up for this match. She plays very competitively. She gives everything for every point.
I feel like Racich is beating herself a little bit too. I mean, Gabriela is an incredible player, but she's making a lot of mistakes right now in the beginning of game 1. Couple skips. A little upset.
Another point for Martinez. I think the U.S. probably need to take a timeout here. You can see Rhonda counting in the backcourt. She told the official Morales from Mexico, I'm counting in that previous one, and so she seems a little just out of it right now. She needs to settle down. I like the fact, though, she is taking her time.
Right.
Wow.
Oh. You don't see that too often, and I think that just really speaks to the natural talent of Martinez.
And the U.S. appealed the decision. Racich thought that it was a skip. It was not. Point for Guatemala. Martinez has started out hot. She's playing great. A few mind games here, I think. Beautiful shot that time from Racich.
Racich is no stranger to this stage. In fact, she is the defending gold medalist here at this event. She won last year, defeating Longoria, 2017 Pan Ams in Costa Rica.
Incredible match. Well, she's not going to get away with that. Martinez is too athletic, is too quick. You saw how Racich just pushed that ball rather than swinging through it, allowing the ball to stay up. Martinez puts it away. Winner of this will play Paola Longoria in the final. She won earlier against Salas.
Here's an opportunity for Racich to take back some momentum on her side.
Great serve, Racich. Martinez went right, Racich went left. Ace serve.
Smooth return from Martinez.
And it wasn't a great serve. You saw how the ball kicked out off the back wall, allowing Martinez to really attack that. Racich needs it just a little lower.
Second serve for Martinez.
Racich trying to break the momentum. But another skip.
Yeah, I don't think this tactic is working for Racich. I think she really needs to stick to her guns.
Well, you can see Racich, she's going to appeal a screen. I don't think she's going to get this call. And so another appeal lost for the American. That's 2 each, if memory serves me.
Wow.
A point called. And another skip. Looks like timeout USA, and I think probably
Well, there's a timeout then on the court from Rhonda Racich, who is down right now 3-11 in game one. A bit of an unusual start, I think, for Racich. She seems a little off her game, whereas Martinez is just really attacking everything.
Yeah, Martinez is an aggressive player. There's no doubt about it. She likes going for her shots. She's very athletic. She can be prone to making a few errors, but in this situation in game number 1, she seems very focused, very in the zone. Racich has used a few tactics in the backcourt to try and get her out of her game, but we've talked about the fact that Martinez has been playing at this level since she was 12, and I first saw her in 2012 at the World Championships as a 12-year-old. It's incredible to see how much she's progressed in such a short time. 11-3. Behind the back. Didn't work. Side out. Good timeout from the American. She needs some momentum in this. We saw it in game 1 between Salas and Longoria. Salas went on a great run, carried it into game 2. Oh, and another error, and you can see the American talking to herself. It was a good serve. Allowed her to attack, but another unforced error. Martinez playing very clean.
12 serving 3. Good reach. She sets up Rhonda.
Finally, it's the American that puts one down with her forehand. Cross her body to the left side.
Three serving 12.
Straight down the line from Racich. Poor return from Martinez. Look at where the return came from. It came from a lob serve to the left side. So that's something to tuck away for the American. That poor return came from that Nick lob. We'll see if she sticks with it on a second serve. Looked short from here. You can make your decision wherever you're watching, but no complaints from Guatemala. A point for the American. Again, that serve kicks out from the back wall. You really don't want to do that with your drive serve, and many times it's better to hit a short serve than have that serve because it allows your opponent to attack it. Little frustration from the Guatemalan.
See which serve Rhonda Racich opts for this time.
She also serves behind her back from this position, just like Martinez, and then slides to the right as well. Screen called. So this is why Racich is laughing, because I didn't get the screen call when Martinez did that, and now you're calling it on me. So one of those official making a decision in an immediate situation. It's important to be consistent.
Like a change of direction there, misread from Martinez.
And she's doing better now, Racich, since that timeout. She's got 3 points. You can start to see Martinez getting a little frustrated with herself. She needs to keep this momentum to claw back into this first game.
Second serve at 6-12 in game 1.
Great hands from Racquetball, just controlled it down the left side. Martinez probably went for too much. But again, she won that point from a lob serve. Half lob to the right that time. 7-12. Another point or so, and Guatemala should take a timeout. What a serve. A point given.
8-12. Creeping her way back 1 point at a time.
And there is that timeout. Martinez regroups. What a turnaround from that timeout by Racquetball. 5 points in a row for her. She's starting to find some range with the serves. If she can get it down, keep it low. No, 2 bounces before that back wall.
We see Martinez there off on the side of the court. Her coach, Tom Travers, giving her some advice. Her teammate, Maria Renee, is sitting there in the pink shirt.
They'll be playing together in doubles in the semifinals later today.
That's right.
Taking on home favorites of Chile.
Racquetball staying warm out on the court. She has that newfound momentum now.
Isn't it amazing, Laura, how things can change in a match? Martinez was up 12-3, and now all of a sudden it's 12-8. Just goes to show you that there are ups and downs in a match, and it's important when you're down to remember that and focus on the opportunities that you have rather than the score line, which may not be in your favor. Timeout goes in favor of Guatemala. Martinez back in the box. So she seems to be staying in 2 different positions for her serve.
Quick hands. Oh.
You had space. Play it over. You can see what Martinez thinks of that decision. She only has 1 appeal remaining.
Yeah, she fired off those appeals pretty quick in the beginning of the match. She might be regretting that now as she only has 1. She kind of has to save it.
You really do, just in case something happens on game point.
Wow. This is what makes Martinez so fun to watch, though, is her energy out there on the court. She really keeps herself pumped up. She's such a competitor. She's so fierce. She's one of my favorite people to watch.
And if you get a moment, take a look at her knees, and you'll see all kinds of marks all over them from her flying around the court this week. Definitely commits her body to the cause. You saw that right knee just full of bruises because she does fling her body around. The racket survives, but Racquetball gets a side out.
Yeah, a little wild on that one.
Well, maybe it didn't after all.
Think so. Martinez switching out her racket there, so it's not a timeout for Guatemala, but she does have an opportunity to change that out. It's not the only thing broken in our system here.
Oh, we do have fun here in Temuco, Chile. We hope you appreciate what we're providing for you. We have many more matches coming up. We hope you stay with us for them. We do enjoy providing you with this coverage. Clean hitting from the American. A point for her. What a turnaround. It's incredible to see how one player can just kind of fall away and another one can come back up. And we're seeing that here. See what kind of lob serve Racquetball comes up with. Wow, it was an interesting second serve, and she played defense almost entirely throughout that rally, but comes away with another point, 10-13. Great rally from both players. Finally, it's the American that again takes another point, 11-13.
Such a great example of how important patience is on the court. And that's the experience that we expect from Racquetball too.
But what do we see? That serve kicks out. Martinez does what she wants with it.
Well, execution is important too.
Absolutely. We'll see if Martinez can execute this serve. Martinez wanted a good shot, but it was a skip, side out. I think Martinez called a skip on herself. That's great fair play.
Incredible momentum shift in this game so far.
But we saw it in our first match too, and ultimately Longoria kept her composure. We'll see if Martinez can get the side out and compose herself. Great hands from Racquetball, 13-13. I'd like to see Guatemala take another timeout here. It's very close now, 1-2. Racquetball she was very error prone at the beginning of this match. She's playing a lot freer now. A replay called. Both players getting tangled with each other. Racquetball slightly hindered by Martinez trying to get that ball back. That's where the replay occurred, not after.
So Racquetball will use her second serve now. First serve didn't cut it. Wow.
Terrific rally from both players. Martinez demonstrating her athleticism to stay in the point. But look at this. Game point USA. Incredible.
Ball is down 2 bounces. Ronda Racquetball wins game 1, 15-13 after a slow start for Racquetball in the beginning of game 1.
Absolutely. Martinez raced to, I think, a 13-3 lead and looked like she was going to close it out. I talked about the importance of Racquetball just gaining some momentum even if she didn't win game 2. Here's a classic example of why you just play 1 point at a time. Because who would have expected Racquetball to win 10 points in a row, 12 points in a row to take this first game. Martinez just didn't have an answer. Racich mixing up her serves, keeping Martinez off balance. Didn't make the skips that she was making early in the match, and now we see USA take game number 1.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Pan American Racquetball Championships. Racich winning game 1.
But what a shot from Martinez. Credit Racich to Martinez. That was terrific. That's what she needed in game 2. She was way ahead in game 1, but found herself 15-13 loser in game number 2. Excuse me, number 1. Tough shot for Martinez. Forehand above the shoulder. Point for her. No, I'm not sure about that call. Our officials are all from Mexico. A replay called. That's why we have line judges, Laura, to help overturn obvious decisions, at least that we saw. Our official Alejandro Morales is sometimes unsighted.
No, that's an ace serve.
That looks short to me. No complaints from the American. 2 serving 0.
Oh, that ball kind of hitting that front wall right at the end and changing where it drops. Rhonda hustling to that front court. That puts Martinez up now, though, 3-0 in game 2.
This is what we saw in game number 1. Martinez starting out hot. Terrific shot by Racich down the right side. Great camera angle to see that. Four quick points for Guatemala. Exactly what Martinez wanted.
Second serve.
Terrific backhand winner, Racich. That's a very difficult shot to take so high. Requires a lot of confidence, and she's very experienced, as we've mentioned. Punch the ball into the left corner. But not that time.
4 serving 0.
When game number 1, Martinez had those serves going in. Let's see what she comes up with for a second serve. Looks like a Z maybe. And a great shot. Racich caught a little too far forward. Flick of the wrist for Martinez. Puts the ball over to the left side. Another point for Guatemala. And again, great camera angle. You can see the disadvantage of that ball coming off the back wall. Racich attacks it. Side out, USA. Looks like they were just checking the ball. You do so by squeezing it. If you hit the ball after a rally and the ball breaks, the previous rally stands. A replay call. You wonder whether the American could have hit that. Screen serve. She had Martinez out of position.
And the first point for Racquetball.
Another example of that loose serve. 5 serving 1. Game 2. Winner plays Longoria tomorrow. Longoria, as a reminder, won in 2 straight games against Samantha Salas. Confident shot by Martinez.
I think Martinez is basically 99% confidence out there usually.
And the way she plays,
She can do that.
She hits the shots. Escape and timeout from the United States. Not really a surprise here. She started pretty flat. Martinez in complete control in game 2. Just a reminder, we're here for the semifinals all day at the Pan Am Championships in Temuco, Chile. Tomorrow we have the finals. We hope you stick around for all of them because we have some terrific matches coming up. You're looking at Martinez during the timeout, talking to her doubles partner. They'll be competing against Chile later today in a semifinal. You saw them on the stream yesterday defeat Colombia.
Time back in. It's 7-1 in game 2. Racquetball coming back to win game 1 15-13. And this is looking a lot like game 1. She happened to take a timeout almost around the same time in game 1. So it could be interesting to see if she starts to pick things away here.
This is a situation where you have 3 appeals. Why not use one? Martinez says, I could have got that ball, replay it. You have 2 line judges. They may disagree with the head official. Racquetball elects not to. Smart pass from the American. Martinez looking for the pinch. Timeout worked in her favor. 1 serving 7.
Seven one.
Screen serve. Ball passes too close to the body of Martinez, inhibiting the view of Racquetball. Official does not have to call the screen serve. Beautiful shot, Martinez. An official does not have to call the screen serve if it favors the returner. It's one of the IRF rules, which might be slightly different to other rules from other countries or professional tours. Shouldn't punish a receiver for maybe a server hitting a bad serve.
Nice stroke from Racquetball for the side out. 1 serving 8. Now remember, Racich won gold in this event last year, defeating Paola Longoria in the finals.
It's on our YouTube channel, by the way, International Racquetball Federation. Caught Martinez a little too far forward. Went cross court. Let's see if this settles down the American.
Nice change of direction there from Racich. She caught Martinez off guard. Gets her a point. It's 3-8. Thank you, Rhonda. Straightening out that Olympic Channel court sticker. For those of you watching, you can catch the IRF and racquetball on the Olympic Channel. You can go to internationalracquetball.com.
Great segue, Laura.
That's what I do. Racich on the aggressive right now, 4-8, scoring 3 points in a row.
And we saw this in game 1, didn't we? Martinez went with a huge lead. Racich just pulled it back a point at a time, and that's why she won game 1.
Well, we've talked about experience, and I mean, I think that's one of the things that you see in these more experienced players is they really own that patience.
Beautiful from the American. Yeah, Laura, something interesting from yesterday's match against Vargas. I talked to Racich yesterday. Timeout Guatemala. What she said was she was actually serving over to the right side to Vargas's forehand, but she was actually serving deliberately short. She didn't want the serve to go in. She wanted Vargas to push to the right a little bit so that then she could serve to the left. And so it was a deliberate effort to hit a short serve. So an interesting strategy there. So keep an eye on that. Racich there hit that serve short to the right. She did that yesterday on purpose to force Vargas to cover the right so she could go left. So interesting strategy, and it goes back to this is a very, very experienced player. She's been a world champion. She's been multiple gold medalist in Pan Am Championships. She's won everything. And so she knows how to play. She knows what she's doing, and she just has to trust her abilities in this situation.
Coming back from that timeout, we saw Martinez getting some advice from her coach.
Good timeout. I like that timeout from Guatemala. She was there. She didn't get it. We'll see if she appeals the short serve. She won't. That time the timeout didn't work.
She's going to get a replay there.
That's one of those great calls that an official has to make. Was it a replay? Was it an avoidable hinder? So difficult to make in such a short time. Ace serve from Racich. The momentum is back in the Americans' favor. It dies on the left side.
Amazing to see her do this in game 1 and game 2.
This is a great match.
Oh.
Well, you saw the expression from Martinez. She wants that one back. She was there. And we're all tied at 8-8. What a great second game. What a great match. We have so many more coming up today. We hope you stay with us.
Second serve.
Wow, sprawling dive from Martinez. Racich got a little lucky there over on the right side, but took full advantage. Now she leads in game 2. She was behind heavy. Now she's ahead. Let's see if she can continue this and close it out. Martinez playing a lot of defense right now. See, and this is the situation where Martinez says, but I wanted that shot, and Morales should have let that go because it favored Martinez. She wanted to take that shot. It was Racich she wanted the screen.
It's part of those tricky rules you were talking about when it comes to the screen. Oh, and a skip.
A rare skip in the last 10 minutes from the American. Of course, if you're interested in the rules, they're on our website, internationalracquetball.com. You can go there, as well as see the schedule, draws, results so far. Click on events and live events for those.
Wow, another ace serve from Martinez. Crack serve. Ties it up 9-9.
It's just what she needs. Some easy points. I'm not sure. A screen serve called. Again, it's one of those ones where you need to be consistent. Appeal from Racich. Both line judges agree with our official Morales from Mexico. Ivan Valdez, Tuki Kravitz are the other line judges.
Side out for the defending gold medalist from USA, Racich. 9-10.
Smart play from the American. You saw Martinez run and jump in front of her. Racich goes to the right side. 5 points away from this match. Martinez needs 5 points for a tiebreaker. We saw this in game 1. It was the first to 2. Now it's the first to 5.
Ace serve from Racich.
Great serve. Died in the back corner. Goes back to those 2 bounces before the back wall. Not that time. Side out, Guatemala. Martinez, let's see what serve she comes up with. Looks like she's going with a Z serve. No. Well, this is where Racich is saying she was hindered in her ability to take that shot. It looked like she was, and then she decided to still take it. She was backing into me, she says.
Ten serving 11 in game 2. Second serve for Martinez. Switching it up.
It was great athleticism from Martinez even to get that ball back, but she just got it back, allowing Racich again to attack it. Clean hitting from the American. She's played really well in this second game, making very few unforced errors, and that's what gave Martinez the start she had in game one, was the number of unforced errors from the American. And again, Martinez keeping the ball up, but allowing the American to dictate play. 12 serving 10, 3 points away from a final. Not quite. Racquetball gave it everything. Side out. Martinez. You can see her talking to herself.
$13-10. Sorry, 12-10.
Great rally between both players. They each had opportunities. Typically, that's what happens when you have a rally. Neither player able to put the ball away. For us as fans, we love it, but each player regrets those opportunities they had to close out the point earlier. Racquetball, though, 13-10. Wow, what a shot. Martinez has a timeout. She raises her racket, which tells Racquetball she's not ready. Here we go. Match point number one.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, I thought maybe she was going to
so
get that.
close to that.
And Gabby Martinez staves off the first match point. And now it's her opportunity, 10-14. Short serve, I think?
I think it was a screen serve.
Either way, it's a faulty first serve, and it'll be a second.
Racquetball, great footwork to follow that ball around. I think Martinez is hurt. Nope, she's okay. I think Martinez just frustrated with herself right now. It's match point number two. Here we go. And there it is, Ronda Racquetball. Look at that.
What
Martinez
a comeback.
took a huge lead in game one, and point by point, Racquetball clawed her way back to create a game of two at 13-13. She took it 15-13. Second game, again, we saw the same thing. Martinez taking an early lead, but Racquetball clawed her way back to 8-8. And from then on, it was the American who took control.